Hey guys, welcome back to Cursed Crit, episode 6. So,
Yay.
that's the sound of a feat. So,
Yeah.
in the last campaign episode,
Good job.
thank you. Our party was venturing back towards Valaki with the help of Esmeralda and Van Richten. And while on the journey there, Woe had learned about Sin's curse, essentially, and learned that a greater restoration or something stronger could completely remove it.
Sorry, continue. I'm just remembering what's happening after this day is over. Oh shit, continue.
Yep. And so they spent the day traveling to the Vistani camp just outside of Valaki, where they met up with Irina once more just outside of the tent at the top of the hill. They had offered for her to stay, which she did. However, there were some complications with Arabelle finding them with Pitawick by her side. And so everyone basically dispersed. Sin had ran to the wagon. Woe fled to Atlas and flew away with Elise.
Fled to Atlas.
I see what you did. And Pitawick ended up kind of waddling after everyone else as they ran back towards the wagon. Edrian, I don't have it in my notes, but Edrian ended up getting hit with a sleep dart. And, side note, Pitawick was originally going after Sin, but was kicked out of the wagon, and Joan tried to... I'll get to that, actually.
Like a fucking football.
But Edrian was hit with a sleeping dart, which they fell into this kind of deep sleep, where they woke up in a very regal area, where they had seen their sister.
I hate you so much.
Their sister was telling them basically, our uncle isn't going to be happy with you being in here, in which Edrian kept pressing for it. And when Ellery had opened her mouth to be like, you know who our uncle is? It's... Joan had ended up slapping Edrian awake. And shortly after, went ahead and punted Pitawick a solid 30 plus feet away. Just kind of flew away. And Woe was taken into Valaki by Atlas and landed in the town square, in which Elise started to wander towards Blinksy's toy shop. Woe picked her up, flew Atlas back to the church with Father Lucian and had a talk with him, leaving Elise behind. When she returned to Atlas, Elise was kind of gone, and upon looking around, she was running back towards Blinksy's once again. So, Woe ran after her, calling for her and grabbing onto her. But upon doing so, she was met with an old familiar face.
I'm about to fucking faint.
Ezek and a few guards had noticed her and yelled, "Seize them." And that's where we had left off. So, Woe, what do you want to do?
Oh shit. Okay. So they're running after me. I still have Longstrider casted on me while I'm picking up Elise, right?
Yes.
I can feasibly, have her and then run back to Atlas and have him fly away, right?
They will still be chasing after you, and it looks like some of them are drawing what appears to be crossbows.
Fuck me.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to set Elise down, tell her to run to where the father is and stay in the church.
She blinks between you And then
I get on my knee. I'm not running anymore, and I'm looking at her, and I'm not moving, and I'm saying, I'm in trouble. I could die. You need to be safe. Go to the father. Tell him what's going on. Take Atlas.
I don't want you to die.
No.
I'm not gonna die. I swear to you, I will not go down without a fight, but you need to get on Atlas and tell him to fly over to where he was before, okay? I promise I'll be back.
Where she was previously, like, clinging onto your robe, she finally lets go and kind of nods in an understanding and runs past you. So now you're left with just the guards.
I take a deep breath. I knock back my bow, my arrow in my bow, and I turn around, and I'm gonna aim for one of them.
So
How many guards are there?
there are 10.
Oh god.
Are you gonna let that arrow fly?
No, I'm gonna let them do it first.
Okay.
What the fuck?
So in that case, I will roll for one of them. Thankfully, that was a 3.
Yeah, that does not hit.
So it just flies past your head. And then go ahead and roll for initiative, Will.
Alright.
Why you gotta do this?
I want to also note, as Elise is running away, or before she does, Will does tell to inform the others on what's happening.
Okay.
That's a 3.
You know, re-roll it, and I'll re-roll mine, because Izek got a 3 as well.
Okay. 15.
6. So, you are actually going first.
Okay, so instead of knocking back my bow, what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to take one of my stars and I'm gonna throw it.
Good call. So, as you throw this star, like one of the 5 stars around your collar on the robe, the star seems to pulse in your hand once before you let go of it. And as soon as you do, this bright light of just white drowns out the entire area. And you hear some cries from the guards who are confused by all of this. You hear some, "I'm blind!" kind of thing from one of them.
Oh.
My eyes.
And even you, like, it's too bright for even you to look at.
I'm just gonna keep my composure and close my eyes.
Okay. After a few seconds, there is no more noise around you. And when you open your
I'm gonna slowly
eyes,
open up my eyes, yeah.
yeah, when you open your eyes, in front of you, you see this silver ground beneath you that kind of stretches out roughly 600 feet before starting to hit some hills, but all of it is silver. And then above you, you have this deep purple color with stars similar to the ones on your robe. And even just the aura of the entire place seems... it's not quite calming. You can feel a sense of tension where you're standing right now. But this doesn't look like anywhere you've been.
I don't want to call out. I'm just gonna start walking. And, like, look around.
Okay.
Like, no, I'm obviously, I'm in a different place, right?
It seems like it. You're not in Velaki.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just gonna try and find, like, the nearest person.
Roll a perception check.
Yep. Oh, wow, okay. Perception. Why am I looking at that? Ah, yeah, that's a 23.
Okay. So as you're walking around looking at this silver land, the further you walk, the further you can start to smell this rotting stench.
Oh,
Ooh.
And in the distance, you can see just mangled corpses scattered
Oh.
over the ground. You see some corpses of imps, orcs, all these different creatures and fiends. Like, some of them are just skeletons at this point.
okay, cool. So, I put up my hood immediately because they're fiends, right?
Yes.
Ah, yeah. No, my hood goes up.
And as you continue,
Yeah.
As
Sorry,
you
I was about to say,
continue
can
to
I get, like,
walk.
a source?
It's okay. As you continue to walk, there are what appears to be some rocks starting to form under your ground, but you can't see it. It all blends together as silver. Like, there's no real definition on the ground. And I want you to make a stealth check.
Okay.
Oh.
Fuck.
Hold on. Just making a note. Okay. You said stealth?
Yep.
Okay. That's a 15?
And then... Wow, these... Lucky for you, these dice are rolling horribly.
Excellent.
It's better for us.
Let me check its perception modifier.
Also, it's important to me, like, as I throw the star, that star's gone now, right?
Currently, yes.
Currently. Ah, okay.
Why is my alphabet messed up? Hold on. Supposed to be looking in the B section, right? Okay. There we go. I'm good. What did you say it was?
15.
Okay. So, as you venture forth even further, you can hear these cries of more imps, sounds like. Maybe some succubi, it looks like. Succubi and incubi. And you can see all of them basically falling to this giant glowing figure. It appears to be a dragon.
Ah,
It has fins rising from its head, and its wings are spread out on either side of it. And similarly to the ground, it looks entirely white. And when it opens its mouth, you can kind of see some definition in it. It's more gray in the mouth to highlight divots and kind of bring out its teeth. And its eye is a glowing blue color, a light blue. And you see it take down these fiends, no problem, crushing it beneath its claws. It's about the size of I'd say a skyscraper.
Damn.
And you see its attention turn towards you.
my eyes immediately widen. I'm gonna set down my longbow and put my hands up.
So, as it sees you do this, you can see the fins on its head start to just kind of flatten back against its neck. And it creeps over to you, like crouching its head low, more on your level. And it seems to just be watching you, but it's not making any threatening movements.
Can you understand common?
It moves its head close to you and gives a soft purr.
Oh.
Can I speak Draconic?
Is that
I
one of the
can.
languages you know?
It's one of my languages, but would the dragon would be able to understand Draconic, yes?
It does know Draconic. So if you want to speak to it in Draconic, you can.
I'm gonna keep talking in Common for now.
Okay.
I don't mean you any harm.
And you hear it speak back in Draconic as well.
Okay.
And you hear it say, "What is a small thing like you doing in here?"
I'm gonna shift to Draconic out of respect and say, I don't know. I was in a bad situation, and I threw one of the stars on here, and she gestures to her robe, and now I'm here. Where is here exactly?
She doesn't answer immediately. Instead, she basically does a quick circle around you. And she seems focused on your robe, and you see just pure blue eyes kind of narrow a bit towards it before softening. And you hear her say, "I see it's found a new owner. That's nice."
Yeah, the previous owner was not great. No offense. If you know him.
The previous owner never truly used it, not to its full extent.
So I'm here because of this?
Yes,
Where am I?
you're in what's known as the astral plane.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Do I know anything about the astral plane?
Roll an insight.
Okay. Oh wow.
And as you're standing there, you can
20.
kind of feel this breeze beginning to brush through the cloak and against you.
22.
So you do know, like, this plane basically connects. Oh, excuse me. Heh. You basically know that this plane basically connects different ones together. It's like a mediator for it.
Okay.
And you can essentially move at the speed of thought. And what that means is if you think of somewhere you want to go in the plane, you can quickly
Oh, really?
go there.
Oh, good. Okay, sorry.
You're okay.
Oh, this is useful. Oh, this is useful. Okay. My eyes light up and I go, oh. Oh, that's great! Oh, God! Oh, oh I'm so relieved. Okay.
As you get more excited, her head kind of reels back suddenly and squints at you.
Sorry. Hey. Oh, I was in such a bad situation, but now things are looking up a little bit, which is weird because they never do for me.
Oh, I love
Wow.
her.
Sorry, I need to introduce myself. I saw that you were sort of, for lack of a better word, kind of attacking those fiendish creatures, and I do want to warn you, offhand, I am a tiefling, but I promise I'm not a bad one. I promise, I swear, I will not hurt you at all. It's...
As you point out the other fiendish creatures, one of the imps just weakly raises a hand. And as it does so, you see this dragon's tail slam down on the imp. And it stops moving entirely. You see that hand that was up just get crushed under the tail.
Okay.
her hands are still up!
It's not that I have something against fiends. It's just the most common types of creatures to come here.
Oh, okay, good. I'm just gonna lower this now, and she lowers it. Whoa, Wildengard, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry if I come on strong. I'm just on 50 different levels of stress right now.
May I ask about what?
Are you familiar with Barovia at all?
She nods.
I,
Yeah.
my friends were transported there. And my family and I. We were all,
Oh,
transported to Barovia. And now we, like many of the other adventurers before us, as we've been so often told, are tasked with beating, destroying, killing Strahd von Zarevich, who, if you're not familiar with him, is just a massive dingus. And long story short, I might have made an impulsive decision because I was trying to save my pseudo daughter. Not necessarily. It's a long story. And now I've got a day to come up with a plan, or we die, and so does the person that we're supposed to be protecting, along with other people that we're supposed to be protecting. So in case you couldn't already tell, I'm an adventurer, but I'm not like the best. If it wasn't already inherently obvious, I don't know what to do, and I've got. God, how long has it been? Today? Oh no. I've got until the end of the day to make a decision, and I don't know what decision to make or how to execute it.
As you're just talking and rambling, she looks over you again and actually kind of nudges you with her nose. And just her nose kind of takes up the entirety of your torso.
Oh, good.
And she says, would you like a pull back to Barovia or back to Waterdeep?
Barovia. I can't abandon my family. I would love to go back to Waterdeep, but I'd have to make sure that my family is with me.
Which family? I'm offering you both.
oh.
You know about my family?
It's not my story to tell.
I would like. It's my story that I don't know, so if you could tell it to me, that would be great.
It's a long story, and as you said, you only have until dusk?
Can you give me a name?
For you or for your family?
Both.
She reels her head back once more before turning around. And you see her just starting to walk, and she's walking slowly to let you keep up with her.
Okay, yes, I follow.
And as she's not saying anything for the time being, and as you're walking, you feel more of a push from this wind. And as you continue to walk, you see pools on either side of you occasionally, maybe one here or there. And if you just glance at each of them, there appears to be different cities in all of them. And you do end up passing by one that appears to have Waterdeep in its ripples. But this dragon just keeps walking.
A name at all? Nothing?
We'll meet again. I'm sure we will.
No. This is just me. No.
I don't want to stress you out too much.
Oh, well, you know what's really cool about that? I'm constantly stressed all of the time, and I don't think that I can get any more stressed than I already am. A name. I just need a name.
She stops beside the Barovia pool. And I'm assuming you're gonna look in?
No, I'm gonna get my fucking name first.
You really want this name, don't you?
I just want a name. She could bullshit me. She could be like Steve, and I'd be like, perfect, I'll go.
Ow!
A name, please.
Oh, sorry, that cough really hurt my throat.
Oh, tragic.
Shame. She turns her head to you as you continue to persist and persist with this name. And she just kind of tilts her head towards you as you want to push more, and you hear a soft purr from her.
Oh no.
I'll give you one name.
Okay.
Would you rather a first name or a last name?
Oh,
Last name.
oh no. Oh no.
Varuna.
Varuna?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
She nods
She,
and turns her attention to the pool.
She is gonna reach out her hand really quick to sort of give her a pet on the nose.
When you pet her on the nose, you feel this warmth emanating from her. It seems to be as if she's happy. However, that warmth does start to turn colder the longer you have your hand there.
Okay. She's gonna nod and she's gonna look into the Barovia pool.
Alright, guys. So, Joan, you just punted this little construct 30 plus feet away. I just want to ask you, how do you feel?
Fantastic.
Okay,
Just fucking peachy, dude.
so, Sin, Joan, and Adrian, I need all of you to make perception checks.
Oh Lord.
Let's see. Let's baby's first dice roll with my new die.
And, well, you can see all of this, at least them, through the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh great.
Let's get this up. Okay. That's a 16.
Okay. And then, everyone else?
12.
17.
Okay. So, Sin and Joan, you can see Atlas coming in for like a crash landing, essentially.
Oh no.
As Elise is kind of like pulling at his neck feathers, trying to direct him.
Oh. Fuck.
And everyone can hear his squawk as he just hits the ground, and he doesn't bother getting up. He's just laying with dirt just kind of crowding his mouth, his beak.
Oh.
And
He injured?
no, he doesn't look injured.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Well, that's good.
He almost seems to shake Elise off. And she's running over to you guys and saying, "Help!
Oh no.
Happened. What's going on?
Mama!"
Oh.
Where?
Oh, fuck. What happened to Will Elise? What happened?
Mama got surrounded by these bad people and she said she might die and I'm scared.
Oh.
Did you guys land in Valaki?
Atlas kind of.
Can I hear this?
Yes.
Am I able to just appear?
The dragon seems to be holding you back for a few seconds.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna be held back then. Go ahead.
Adrian immediately is putting their fucking face in their hands, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
I mean, we have to go, right? That's like the only.
You were dead.
And I can.
I just wanted a toy. I didn't mean for her to get in trouble.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll
You didn't know.
go to.
But woe has to be self-sacrificial.
Little do you know she's listening in.
At the the will have to be self-sacrificial. She's gonna go and like look over to the dragon.
We can't vague poster.
The dragon side eyes
At me,
you,
bitch.
like she's giving you a look like, really?
She just
How am
nods.
I supposed to
She, like,
help?
She puts a hand out and just nods.
Adrian is so stressed, and then they keep their face in their hands, and they like groan really loudly, and they're like, oh, first an unknown uncle, and now in
Uncle.
Vallaki.
And then
might be dead.
at the uncle thing, she like looks over to the dragon and goes, "Do you know anything about this uncle?"
The dragon is continuing to stare into the pool.
Okay, guess I can't ask questions. That's fine. She just looks back into the pool then.
Dragon, fuck you.
And when you say uncle, Elise kind of perks up too, like, wait, you have an uncle here? Can your uncle help?
I don't know. I don't know who my uncle is.
I'm
so
sorry.
It's okay. I just figured out I had an uncle like 10 minutes ago, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, like 10 minutes ago.
Did he come visit?
No, I figured it out from my sister. But right as she was about to tell me who, and Edrine looks at Joan.
What?
Edrine just stares at Joan.
Elise looks to you, Joan, and says, what about their sister?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you have
It's
an
okay.
uncle too?
It's
Not that I
okay.
know
It's
of.
okay. Okay, I think Lo can take care of herself. I mean, she's really fucking strong.
Or she might be dead. You know, that's
Don't.
We gotta help Mama.
Don't
No,
think like
mm-mm.
that's in. We gotta stay positive. We gotta keep a positive outlook here.
Rocky, where she's supposed to be dead, and then assume we like this.
Well, you're supposed to be dead. Woe is wanted there.
Elise is blinking.
This is fucking disgusting. In fact, while Woe is out there looking, she's gonna put her head in her hands and just go, "This is a fucking disaster."
Is this how your family normally acts?
Yeah,
Fuck!
yeah, it is.
Hold on.
Hate
Yes.
this fucking party.
No DM, we make the rules now.
This is why Woe just never needs to leave the party alone, cause shit like this happens.
Well, you know what? She was in panic. She was in a hurried panic.
These are
And
good
look exactly where
shenanigans.
that left us.
Sorry, I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting to get a phone call. My apologies.
It's okay. Yeah, Woe just nods.
The dragon kind of leans over and says, I'm so sorry.
Can I?
Wow.
She gives the dragon a look and she's like, "Hey, I understand what you're saying, but that's still my family."
I love you, Will. I love you.
I mean, I completely and totally agree and I understand, but hey, it's my family. Also, quick question: can I see where Strahd von Zarevich is on here in this pool?
Do you want to? Like, do you want to bring it up to the dragon?
I want to see what he's doing right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, I don't.
I also want to make it
smoking
clear.
weed.
I don't want to transport there. I do not want to transport there at all.
Okay.
I just want to see what he's doing.
So,
I want to make it abundantly clear that I don't want to transport there.
as you relay the information to her, she places a claw on the pool and it seems to ripple into what looks to be a castle.
Oh,
Mm.
he's chilling.
Oh,
I recognize the castle, right?
Yes.
it's rain.
Joan,
Okay.
Adrian, and Sin, all of you roll another perception check.
Oh god.
Great.
Where's my D20? Here it is.
Hell yeah, that's a 24.
That's an unnat 20.
For you. That's an 18.
Okay, so all three of you. Hold on, let me roll for. Wow. All of you can see this very strong man coming down the hill with this
Oh,
long,
no!
straight brown hair.
Oh,
Oh.
no!
Shit.
And he has Arabelle by the hand.
Oh, no!
Oh.
And when his eyes fall
That's
upon
cool.
the three of you, you see his gaze turn to Arabelle, and it looks like he says something before she runs off to look for Piddlewick as she sees that he's not around.
Oops.
Go. We
Oopsie
should-
daisy.
We should go.
Oh, yeah.
And he is going to he's going to approach you, Joan.
Oh.
Fuck.
That's
And-
not the best person to go up to.
Oh.
Love you, Maddie.
Joan, he has this cold stare. Like, he does not look happy whatsoever.
That's fine. That's valid.
And he says, "What are you lot doing back here?"
Ooh boy. Ooh boy, this is a long story.
No.
And he glances to Sin
Oh,
before
Oh,
looking back
Let's
to you, Joan.
nervously.
And-
Sin, just go ragdoll.
do you say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
I hope so. Damn
thank
it.
God.
I'm not that stupid.
And he decides to tack on, "I thought that was a corpse."
Drops.
They were just asleep. They were just asleep. That was it. They were sleeping and they didn't want to wake up, so we had to carry them. You
It got
know,
better. Don't worry about it.
he got better. Yeah.
Then explain your friend's mourning.
You know what? Just don't worry about it.
No, it's okay. They got better.
They got better. Don't worry about it.
They got better.
Y'all are doing a great job.
They're so dumb.
I'm the worst person to approach about this shit.
See, this is exactly what I said.
Oh god.
How tall are you again, Joan?
Oh my god, I'm 3'6".
So, like,
I'm a
this
gnome.
6 foot tall man is, like, kneeling down on one knee
Oh.
to try to get
That's
on
it.
your level.
That's that's so fucking mean.
Wait, can I? No, actually, I'm not gonna do that because that's stupid. Okay, this is fine.
This is so dumb.
And
Oh,
he's staring you right in the eyes, Joan. And he says, "How did he go from a corpse to alive?"
Magic.
Magic.
Yep,
It's a spell.
magic.
A spell. A
Magic.
resurrection spell.
Straight up magic.
A resurrection spell.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the back, like, I don't think anyone can see this because no one's really looking, but Atlas is just shaking his head in the dirt.
We're doing great. We're doing great, Alice.
Oh boy.
Explain why you're here again.
We're just
we met up with a
resting.
friend.
So you're resting and waiting for a friend.
Yes.
Because we need to meet for a friend, and then we'll leave right after we meet the friend.
Yep.
Yes.
Can you guys roll persuasion
seems
checks for everyone talking to him?
But we're telling
God,
damn
God,
it!
please! I don't have a mod on that.
Because you guys are not being
11.
Oh God! 13.
Did you say
Please.
persuasion check?
persuasion.
Persuasion.
Okay.
Can we get advantage since we're all helping each other?
You know what? Go ahead.
Yay!
Oh, I got a nat
That's a
20.
17!
23.
So,
I got a nat 20 plus 4, which is 24.
Jesus.
Yes! Oh god. We won.
Oh, okay. So all of you are somehow being convincing with all of this. And Joan, you're especially selling it. Like,
Yeah,
You're-
I have evidence.
you have evidence, like, you pull out your scrolls that's the equivalent of a phone, like, here are the messages kind of thing.
here are the
The
receipts.
receipts.
We've been new.
And, like, you're acting this out too, like, we're waiting for a friend, we'll leave, I promise, kind of thing.
Yes.
And he just completely believes it, like, oh, alright, fuck, whatever.
God.
Shit.
Don't worry. Lying isn't a sin. Don't worry about it.
And, however, he does say,
No, they said lying isn't a sin, but I said but sin is a lion right now.
Oh!
That's good.
Let it.
Good job.
nice, nice.
Funny joke.
Funny joke.
Okay. Sorry, I'm writing stuff down too. So, he does stand up. And he says, "Where's the fourth one?"
It's a good question.
What?
She's going to go check up on the friend to see if the friend is okay.
She's bringing the friend to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And who is this friend?
Oh shit.
Good question, guys. Let's hit the front, guys.
Hold on.
Check the receipts.
This is not icy. We're not telling him to hold on while we think of it.
Oh, let me just like.
Edrin kind of like they kind of look a little bit nervous, and then they're like, our friend's name is Ellery. That's who we're waiting for.
Oh god.
Ah, I see what you did there.
You lied. Like a liar.
And I said Ellery,
no, like,
like
you know,
a liar.
like a liar.
Erigel, he almost seems hesitant with that one. Like, I don't know an Ellery. However, he does let it slide, considering your guys' persuasion rolls.
Hell yeah, baby.
Better.
And he says, "Stay outside of the camp, then."
We're
Arabelle had
already
told-
outside. We're staying out here. We're good.
Arabelle
Yeah.
had told me that you entered the camp.
No.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't see why she would lie.
We saved her life.
Why?
Why is she doing
She's
this?
evil, is why she would lie. She's Satan.
She's a little girl.
She could still be Satan.
Syra, you of all people know she's Satan.
I have the book. She told me that her friend also went after you. Where is that?
What?
What friend? Which friend?
I don't know. I don't.
You guys know friend? You guys know who he's talking about?
No.
No.
A
Nah.
small construct.
I haven't seen a small construct around here.
Have you, Joan? Have you seen a small construct?
Nope.
This is a disaster. Okay. As you all give on this non-persuasive display, he somehow believes it.
Oh god.
This is a fucking disaster, and I love it.
It's going so well though because we rolled.
I know.
You rolled
that's the
so
worst
well.
part.
It's the
A
best part.
disaster, but it's going so well.
He
It's like a job interview.
he nods slowly, like it looks like he's trying to understand what is going on between all of you before just walking away.
We did it!
We did it.
We did it!
Yay!
After he's like out of sight, Sin just breathes a giant sigh of relief.
I think they all do.
Oh god.
Just like, oh, thank God, we actually did it.
Elise speaks up and says, "I don't know who that was, but maybe he could have helped us get Mama."
Don't worry about
No, he doesn't like us. He doesn't really like us that much.
What did you guys
No.
do to him?
it. Nothing.
Maybe that's a story for another time.
Uh-huh.
Maybe when Woe's here, she can explain to you what happened.
Speaking of woe,
Shit.
when you look into
Oh, boy.
this pool, you don't seem to see Strahd immediately.
Mm.
Smoking weed.
That's what the myth do.
The doinks and all of it. I'm smoking.
Oh, Lord, I love my friends. When you look in, you don't see him immediately. However, you do see... And let me fact check myself here. You do see a straw-haired vampire that you've seen before. It was the same one that had flirted with Edrian, who Strahd had referred to. Who Strahd had referred to as Escher.
Ew. Gross.
And it almost looks like he's setting up a dinner.
Oh, it's the dinner. Oh, nasty.
He's setting plates down, and there are wine glasses on a diner table. And instead of using wine, the liquid looks too thick.
Yeah, it's blood. I know. Thank you. Continue.
Ew. Nasty.
Ew, nasty.
It's true, and I should say it.
And you can actually hear Escher mumbling to himself. Can't quite make out what he's saying unless you want to roll a perception check.
I would love to roll a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. 23.
Alright. I will roll a... Yeah. I should roll a stealth against that because he's trying to hide it.
It's like being a
So
23.
you'd be surprised. All right. So you do manage to hear him mumbling, and you just hear him saying things such as, "What's so important about these adventurers? They're just the same as always. Nothing new. We've disposed of anyway."
Excellent.
And you
I
hear
can't. Sorry, continue.
you hear this high-pitched voice of a young girl. And if you just kind of turn your body to lean over the pool, you can see in more of the far-off corner, there's this young doll, for lack of better words. Like, her hair is up, she's got what seems to be regal clothing on, but she also has this blank stare. And she just says, "When are we having dinner? I really want dinner. Dinner would be really nice." And you could see Escher run his hand down his face before holding up a hand and saying, "It won't be until later, Gertruda. Please, relax." And she just kind of nods.
So as this is happening, I also want to note that she's getting out her book and furiously writing everything down.
Okay.
And if the dragon looks, there's Varuna in all caps circled 3 times.
Okay. Yeah. The woman known as Gertruda just nods aggressively, like, "Okay, sure." Before you see Strahd enter this room. And he's dressed. He's got this long cape on. He seems to be wearing more formal clothes. More formal than usual, at least.
Okay.
And it almost looks like an outfit a groom would wear.
A what?
Oh,
groom would wear.
Groom.
Ah.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Oh.
I can't believe you've done this.
And well, you can hear him ask Escher, like, "Do you think that they'll go through with their end of the deal?" In which Escher responds, "It's possible they won't." And Strahd replies with, "Then it will be their funeral. I'll get her one way or another."
Oh, great.
Before leaving the room. Looks like he's ready to set off.
Ah, shit.
Oh shit. Okay. I sort of mutter, "Oh shit," out loud, and I look over to the dragon and I go, "First of all, can I get a name?"
She does give you a name. She says, "Shea."
Shea.
I love
Okay.
you. I love you,
Uh,
Shea.
And despite
Okay.
the smooth name, considering it isn't draconic, it sounds really aggressive.
She's like, it looks like Wo's already starting to panic a little bit, and she's like, "Okay, good. Do you have any way to help me? Like any advice or anything about this Irina and how to keep her safe and how to keep us safe in the process? Is there anything we can do? Is there anywhere we could go to keep her safe and also save our heads?"
Holy places will keep you safe.
We can't go back to the holy place because of gods. You don't have any idea on how to help me at all?
This isn't my battle.
It's technically not even ours either. We are just set on this path. We didn't even accept anything. It just happened.
And you have an option to turn back now. And
I can't.
She nods towards the pool that was showing water.
She shakes her head. I can't.
Then go join your friends. And her claw touches the water once more to As it ripples away, it reveals.
Hey guys, we're so screwed.
It reveals your party with Edrian saying that out loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask how I get there.
So, when you ask that, and you're just looking up at her, she doesn't say anything. She's just watching the pool. And after a few seconds, her tail pushes you in.
Oh,
Ooh.
So, are all of
I
you...
like to imagine I just fall. I just like I T-pose and clip in.
Are all of you trying to come up with a plan right now? Is that what's going on?
well, they're like all panicking because they think Willow's still in Velaki and they don't know what to do. And they just talked to Aragorn and managed to convince him to go away. Barely.
Elise will point towards Velaki again and say, "We gotta help Mama!"
And which means we have to go back to Velaki. So, guys,
The thing is,
At this point, am I here at this point?
Not yet.
Damn it!
they've
I was gonna do
seen
something
your
cool.
face
Like-
already, Sin. And plus, we
Can-
don't have time because there's still the 3-day deal that we have to deal with.
Heh.
what was more important than anything else?
That's gay.
I want to save her, I do, but it'll all be for nothing. If, I don't know, guys.
Well, we gotta do something.
I know, but I don't know what to do. Time's ticking, and I mean, we got Irina, but I don't want to give her. I don't want to do what we made the deal for. I don't want to do that.
Back to Velaki.
Is Irina still there? Can she hear all of this?
She's in the wagon.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
If you go back to Velaki, you might find answers about who your uncle is.
I mean, that's also good and all too, but at the same time, there's so much stuff we still have to do that my uncle is gonna be on the back of my mind until we can get all this stuff over and done with, mostly. Because I do assume along the way, I'll figure out.
Ah, fuck. I'm sorry. I just remembered something that I could do. It's too late now.
We have to go. We have to go find Woe, and maybe we'll find something in Velaki in the meantime.
Woe's not here yet, is she?
No.
Oh my
That's the
god!
question that I would like to ask you, Syra.
Yeah?
How fucking long does it take?
You'll see.
I don't like that.
Atlas seems to be, like, looking up, then looking back down at the party. Then looking up again,
my
and
God.
looking back down.
Can I look up?
When-
Can I look up?
Is can I just hear a faint? Ah!
Yeah, when you look up, you see this figure starting to fall.
Adrian
Along with
just
the
goes,
odds.
what the fuck? They say that really loud. Adrian points up at the figure and like they're kind of smiling and they're laughing a little bit, and they're like, "Hey, you guys know how Woe's supposed to be in Velaki right now?
Yeah, why?
Mama!
Look up.
Sin looks up and starts screaming.
I need some help, please! Atlas, try and get me! I don't think I'm gonna be able to make this landing!
Adrian turns to Atlas and goes, "Please, Atlas, you need to help her."
Atlas just
I
stares at
also
you.
want to note that I'm horrified of heights, so this is my worst fear realized!
Okay, Adrian goes, "Hey, Atlas, if I go up there with you, will you go up there? We can leave Elise down here with the other two."
He kind of perks up at that.
Okay. Adrian turns to Elise and goes, like, they kind of kneel down to go to her level, and they're like, we need you to get off of Atlas real quick.
But
You can
Guys, I'm falling at a really rapid pace!
you can hang out with Sin. You can hang out with Sin for a little bit. I just need to help. We just need to help Will right now.
let's
And
see.
then I
How many seconds
promise.
you got?
Please, please.
Guys, seriously!
So,
Adrian shouts back, "We'll get to you eventually."
whoa, you have
Eventually isn't really gonna cut it!
51 seconds before you hit the
Oh
ground.
god.
I've got like less than a minute!
He like runs over and like pries Elise off and just kind of like holds her close.
Okay, yeah. Adrian's like, "Okay, Alice, we gotta go now," and they'll hop on it. They'll hop on his back.
Atlas gives a sigh of relief, and for a couple seconds, he's just not moving. He's enjoying Elise being around.
Alice, please.
Before
You gotta go.
he finally does take flight. And he just kind of flies beside you for a bit, Woe.
Oh my god.
Asshole!
Is what she deserves.
I actually yell the word asshole in Draconic because my mind is still like translating things in Draconic, and then I go, wait, hold on, asshole!
When you
In
say it in
common.
Draconic, he just screeches.
I need help!
After a couple seconds, he finally just flies under you to catch you, and you are dripping. Like, you're soaking wet. Like, the fall has gotten some of the water off of you, but you're still, you know.
Oh, 'cause the pool, okay.
Yeah.
Adrian lets out just a long sigh of relief and goes, "Oh, thank God."
And he'll land again. And now everyone can see this defeated, wet Woe on the back of Atlas.
Oh, thank God.
She's gonna tumble off of Atlas, and she says, we don't have much time.
Yeah.
What's
I'm
going on?
aware of that.
I will explain everything later. I saw Strahd, he's on his way, we don't have much time.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
I don't think we can talk it out to him either because we
No,
already made the deal.
I saw I'll talk about it later, but I saw a dinner table, and I saw blood and wine glasses, and I saw Escher, the one that flirted with you, Adrian, and
Yeah,
he was talking about how, like, if we don't keep up our end of the deal, it'll be our heads, and he said something about, like, we can be easily disposed of and stuff like that. So we need a plan now.
Well, I don't know where we can go.
I don't know either.
Oh my God. I'm gonna fucking die.
Ah, shit.
I literally can't think of anything else that we can do either.
I mean, Van Richten's here, Esmeralda's here. Maybe they can help us. I don't know. Wait, are they still here? They're still here,
Yes,
right?
they're still here.
Okay,
Still there.
I'm gonna run over to the wagon and knock furiously and be like, hey, guys, we don't have much time. We have, like, a very, 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 very limited amount of time.
When you do that, Esmeralda's, like, sitting on the wagon, like where the driver sits. So she just kind of leans over and looks at you as you're banging on the door.
She just puts her hands up and she's like, I'll discuss it later. We don't have much time.
Oh, fuck.
There was a girl, and Strahd was dressed for a wedding. So I heard that the safest place for us is in a holy place, but the only holy place is in Vallaki. And as Elise probably has told you, that's not a good option for me right now, or ever.
I mean, yeah, we're kind of aware at this point.
Yeah, I'll discuss everything later. Oh gods. Okay. Maybe
Strahd would know if someone's not like Irina, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. 110%.
So disguise self is an option. That's cool.
We
That
could try.
doesn't last the entire time,
It
and
doesn't.
if it does end up going away, we are screwed because he'll know.
We're screwed either way. We're damned if we do. We're damned if we don't. But we might as well at least try. Gods, we have the holy symbol. We have the sword. The sword. And there's like gestures over to Joan. The sword, and that's all we have, right? I mean, we got Atlas. We've got the person who will aid us
or
greatly
spear.
during the fight, and that is wait, hold on. No, that's not gonna work. Okay. Let's just all get in the wagon and discuss it. Because I don't want to be out in the open right now. Call it a personal preference, and I'm also very wet in case you couldn't tell.
We'll try and dry her off inside. Come on, let's.
Cool. All right. Yeah.
I'm so fucking scared, you guys.
At least we'll follow everyone inside and just sit on the floor.
We need a plan. We need a plan now.
Can't get the golem, can we? That's not gonna be enough time.
No, we can't get the golem. No, because that would take too long. I mean,
Irina will speak up and say he knows the difference between a golem and me.
Yeah.
Irina, I want to put this on the record. I am so sorry. I thought I'd have more time, but things came up.
I can tell.
I can tell you this right now. I can't, in good conscience, give you over to Strahd. I can't.
Plus, they're gonna do that.
Then come with me.
What?
Oh, shit. That's actually a good idea.
If you come with me, we can infiltrate attack from the inside out, basically.
I don't
Will we
know
be
if
able to?
he'll let you.
Will he be able to let us?
It might be the
well,
only
you
option
said-
we have.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
you said
there's.
that
Sorry, I'm
there's-
interrupting you.
You said that there was like a dinner party they're setting up for like a dinner party, right?
Yeah. How many glasses were there, and how many plates were there?
So from what you could see, I also have to do math for everyone. Forgive me. 14.
Yeah, we can fucking party.
There were
I think-
14 set up already.
Well, set up was 8, but you could see based on what Escher was carrying, it's designed for 14.
1, 2, 3. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3. And then we've got how many members of our party?
4.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Sorry,
4.
scratch that, 15.
It's enough for 15, but there are 8 set up. Why are there 8 set up? Okay, she's actually saying that out loud because there's like a sketch in her notebook of how many. She
There's
just goes,
Four
There
Four
should
of
be.
us. Four
Three
of
of
us. 3 of them.
No. I'm talking about whenever I saw into his castle, there were 8 places set up. It would make sense if there was one for Escher, one for whoever Gertruda is, one for Strahd, and one for Irina, but there was 8. So I'm assuming that he's just assuming that we'll go with him.
Oh,
Which we
Does that leave
should.
room?
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Okay. Well, in that case, we're gonna go with Irina. What are we gonna go? What are we gonna do like inside?
I don't know, but I want. Is Van Richten there?
Yeah.
Van Richten?
He turns his attention to you.
May I use your cane?
For what purpose?
Defeating Strahd.
I don't think we can do that right now.
Yeah.
I know, but just in case, and I know that it is specifically like designed for killing undead, right?
That's
It seems like it
purpose,
because that's what
yes.
you're doing. Exactly. And you're not going to be able to go with us unless you want to, but I'm pretty sure if you dedicate, like, I don't know. I don't know. You've said that you've dedicated a good while of your time to defeating Strahd.
And you want me to give you my cane?
Because it'll be helpful.
Roll a persuasion check.
Boy. Okay, persuasion. That is a 21.
Yay!
18 plus 3.
Yes, bitch.
Lord, okay. Yeah, he looks skeptical at first, but he does eventually hand you this cane.
Cool. I'm gonna put it through one of the loops where it looks like a longsword would go. Well, yeah, like put it in through one of the sheaths that the longsword would normally go into that I don't have because I don't have my longsword anymore.
I'm going to want that back.
I will give it back to you, given I am not dead.
If you die, I'll just take it off your corpse.
All right, sounds fair.
Thanks. Positive outlook.
I appreciate it. Okay, then I guess we'll just do this. Let's go out and let's just wait.
So party
We could-
boys.
We could catch him off guard when we're having dinner.
Give him some seltzer tablets, pretending to have rabies. Throw him off his guard.
Bring garlic with us and
Like,
put it
there's
on
also-
our sticks.
There's
Street
also
farts.
Escher is still there, and whoever Gertruda is.
Yeah, but
They're
I mean,
still
it's
there.
just 3.
It's
It's
not-
3, and I was almost against 10 guards and Ezek, so I think I'd rather do
It's
that.
an upgrade.
But also, I don't
Downgrade.
think guards are as strong as Strahd, but alright.
We can incapacitate Strahd first, so we don't.
Okay.
We don't have to get worried about being passed out.
Okay, so I don't want to immediately just do it. Like, we need to be there for a little bit.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Show some good manners. Earn some trust.
You know what? We could act like we totally given up.
Oh, that's
What about Elise?
Oh,
Well,
fudge!
Hi.
I noticed that Elise is there, and I'm in the middle of saying "fuck," and I go, "Oh, fudge!"
except I didn't say fudge.
the most I can think of to keep Elise safe is to leave her here with Van Richten and Esmeralda.
Yeah.
That's the safest scenario. I really don't want to, but this is Strahd we're talking about here. And
Yeah,
she
no,
literally
you're
just
right.
got taken, yeah.
I can stay in the wagon.
Good. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Can
Van
Fluffy
Richten?
stay with me?
Van Richten,
What?
keep an eye on her.
How many of you are going with?
Four.
Four.
All of us.
We're turning up.
Wait. Hold on. No, there were 8. You said that there were 8 things at the table, right?
8 already set up. Yes.
8 already set up. Okay.
He's busting that table, boy.
I mean, do you want to come with us? Here's my issue with that. He knows that you're out to get him.
Yeah.
And as much as we need a healer, he knows that you're out to get him.
John can
Wait.
heal, it's okay.
Can we also get that scroll? Wait. Yeah, can we get that scroll?
He doesn't seem too pleased with the idea of giving it up.
Okay,
But
never
Thanks.
mind. If we need it, then we'll just come to you again. I know how to get to you now, so.
if someone dies, just bring their corpse back.
You're such a bright ray of sunshine. Okay. Elise,
Yeah.
I get on both of my knees and I stand in front of her and I put both of my hands on her shoulders. I promise we'll be back. Be strong, okay? don't go wandering off. If Mr. Van Richten says don't do that, don't do it, okay?
But I can stay with Fluffy, right?
Oh, poor Atlas. Yes.
She seems to
Can you promise
squeal.
me something? Can you promise me something?
Yeah,
Don't hurt him and give him some space, okay?
but I'm not
Sometimes
hurting him.
I know, but sometimes, like whenever you just try and give him some distance, okay? Like you can hang off of him sometimes, but just let him rest for a couple of minutes in between, okay?
But I love Fluffy.
Aw.
It's okay. I love him too, but you need to let him rest for a little bit, okay?
Okay, Mama.
I kiss her forehead and I stand up and I walk to the door and just look back and I say, "You coming?"
Irina gets up without a second thought and just walks out.
I guess we're doing this.
Woo!
I'm gonna
I
hold
hope-
my hand out to the others.
Oh.
We're holding hands.
And yeah, we are. And
Yes.
as we're doing that, I'm gonna look back and forth between all of them, and my eyes are kind of welling up with tears. And
Oh.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
say,
god.
"We've made it through before. We can make it through again."
Yay!
And I
We
look at Sin
always
after that.
do.
And like as they say, we always do. I look at Sin and I got sort of a small smile and I just nod.
Sin just kind of takes Wo's hand and squeezes it, and they're just kind of this alive. Then I want you guys to know that you guys were some of the bravest people I've ever met.
Aw.
Oh, fuck.
Don't
Sin,
talk like that. We'll make it through.
Yeah, we're gonna be good.
Sin just kind of they how do I phrase this? They put their hands on Wo's shoulders, and they say, if I never get to address what happened that day after I got resurrected, and they lean forward and they kiss Will on the lips.
Yes! Yes! It happened!
It finally happened.
Okay,
I
so as soon as they pull away, Wo's eyes are wide, her entire face is red, and she goes, "Okay, let's do this."
Oh.
And then she's gonna kiss them again.
I love that so
It's
much.
good. It's about time.
Okay, when they're done for the second time, Adrian kind of walks up to the two of them and just slaps them both hard in the back and goes,
Sin raises their hand for a high five.
"Yeah, Adrian high fives in." He goes, "Yeah, buddy."
I'm gonna look over to Joan and just say plainly, "You were right."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It happened.
it happened.
Oh.
Now we're
Okay,
all
yeah,
on
no,
that-
we're gonna go outside.
Yep, we're on that gay bullshit now.
And you're gonna wait for Strahd to arrive?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh. Hold on, I need to write in my notes really quick.
Oh, I should totally write that in my notes too.
I gotta write down the kiss. Okay. So, it takes a few hours. It takes a few hours, and I almost said Fluffy. Atlas is just laying on the ground, kind of still spitting out dirt from his crash landing.
Still hasn't gotten up.
Not really. Like when you flew to get whoa, he just kind of laid back down.
I also while we're waiting for the 2 hours, I'm gonna explain mostly everything that happened in the astral plane, except for the family thing and offering to bring me back to Waterdeep.
Okay. So then all of you know about Wolzast's name actually being Varuna.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not gonna tell them about
sorry, about the fiends. I'm assuming you're telling them about Shea.
that. Yeah.
So you know there was this giant ass dragon there as well, made up entirely of white. You know about the pools, I believe, if you're telling them about that.
Yep.
And as
Can I tell how many times I'm able to go into the astral plane by that one time that I went?
roll an insight.
Okay. Okay. 13.
You're not quite sure how many times. Like, it seems like you might be able to go when you want, but
Okay. Cool. I just need to know that. Continue.
so when night falls, all of you see this shroud of mist just spiral in front of you. And when it clears, only Strahd is standing there.
Mm-hmm.
And his attention directly goes to Irina, and you see this smile crack this flat expression.
I hate this.
I'm gonna whisper something to the party more along the lines of, "Oh, he's even creepy when he smiles."
Adrian leans over and goes, "Have you seen what he does? He always looks like that."
Yeah, but I was just like, you'd think that like a smile would make someone look at least a little bit more soft, but no. Hello. I'd like to imagine they're all like sort of like sitting in a circle and kind of made a campfire at this point because I didn't know whenever he'd get there. Just sort of
Important question.
T-posing.
chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all.
Cool. Some people outside of school.
Are they the type of people that would play like medieval Duck Duck Goose to pass time?
Yes.
Oh, I would love
Yeah.
that.
They're playing
Absolutely.
D&D.
Duck and duck.
As you address him, he turns
Fantasy heads up 7-Up.
turns his attention to you, Lo, and says, "Thank you for keeping your end of the deal. I didn't think you would."
Ooh. Ugh. Adrian's not looking at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wo is immediately going into like the we gave up like persona, which is very easy to tell because she's just tired constantly. So like that's different.
He holds out a hand and looks at Irina, and she does give one last look over at the party before walking over to him and taking his hand.
Fuck.
Wait, hold on. No, before anything happens, we'd actually like to come with.
Yeah, can we go party?
The smile he was wearing seems to grow into the sickening grin.
Oh, I
Oh,
hate this
fuck.
man!
And it only takes a few seconds before both him and Irina are shrouded in mist once more, and when it fades, he's gone.
Oh, that
Fuck.
motherfucker.
Fuck. Can't believe you've done this.
Moments later, all of you are shrouded in this mist rising around you.
He got us an Uber.
Oh my god.
And when you look around, all you see is this gray mist. And
Mm.
it's okay.
No, it's
What?
not.
It's
No.
okay.
No, it's not.
When the mist falls, you can see 3 ornate lanterns hanging by chains from these groaning beams above you, each casting a dim glow. The curved west wall is fitted with 3 windows of leaded glass and steel lattice work. A bookcase sits on the east wall between 2 doors. Plush overstuffed chairs and couches are placed about the room. The fabric has faded with age, and the patterns it depicts are nearly gone. Lounging on one couch is a handsome young man whose attire, while elegant, is worn and faded, and you can recognize him as Escher.
Oh.
Oh.
And when he actually sees all of you, he seems to perk up and stand up from the couch.
He's our best friend now.
I'm gonna like stand protectively in front of Adrian.
I love you.
He's giving you this look like, boo, suck it.
Ugh! I hate him. I hate Escher.
She gives him a look like, stop.
Me.
Now, let me get this straight. We don't get to wear fancy clothes to this.
You're saying that
it's
out
a little
loud?
too late.
Don't
No,
say
I'm not.
that.
Yeah,
I'm not
say it out
saying it out
loud.
loud.
No, go ahead, say it out loud. Go ahead. What the fuck?
No.
What the fuck is gonna happen? What's the worst that can happen?
No, please, no.
We could die.
No, go
It's
ahead.
very true.
Go ahead.
No, please don't.
Do it, coward.
I'll say it out loud.
No! No!
So when you say that, Escher does turn his attention to you, Joan. And I should also mention, now that you guys are actually, like, closer to him, you can see that on one of his fingers, one of his many ringed fingers, you can see this platinum ring that's engraved with these tiny roses and thorns. And then around his neck is a gold and ruby pendant.
Oh,
Yeah. Sure, whatever.
Yeah, Gucci as fuck.
Gucci. But he does look at you, Joan, and he says, do you want to wear fancy outfits?
Ro immediately puts her head in her hands.
I'm certain we can
Bro.
find you some clothes.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh,
Bro.
Please, no.
Please.
Please, no.
Please, let's have fun before we die.
Adrian under the breath quietly goes, I don't need you staring at me now more than ever.
I was already staring at you.
Bitch,
She like stands a little bit more in front of Adrian and just goes, "What clothes were you talking about?"
Just remember, Escher looks like Aaron Hansen.
Stop. Stop. That was the worst fucking mistake I've ever made.
You fool.
Oh.
I city now.
Well, in response to your question, he says, clothes that are fitting for a wedding.
Oh.
Let's turn up. Let's turn
No!
up.
Shut up, Joe.
Let's turn up.
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Let's do it. Fuck it.
My God.
Okay. Okay.
I give the rest of the party like a secret, like we're going along with it, right? Kind of look.
Yeah.
Like a yeah. I mean, what have we got to lose? Let's do it.
Adrian just lets out a long sigh and goes, fine.
I guess we're doing this now.
Yay.
I mean, what have we got to lose?
Yes.
Your lives.
But that was
Thank
long
you.
lost.
Esther.
That doesn't matter.
That
God.
was already established at this point.
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. It doesn't matter.
I call him Chief. That's weird.
Hold on a second.
I hate Escher. I hate him. I don't like him.
Escher hasn't
Hold
even
on.
done anything.
Yeah, no, he's existed.
He exists. That's what he did.
Let's see.
Yeah,
This is
okay.
And then he said that he's always staring at Adrian. That's another
Yeah,
This is
but-
great
let's-
because I
let's
already
just-
have a fancy clothes designed for Joan.
So I'm gonna send
And then he
that in.
also flirted with them too. That's another thing that happened.
Eh.
I love her so much.
All right.
Yeah, she's powerful and gay.
So give me 1 second.
We're gonna get our sexy walk on the catwalk.
Oh, definitely.
Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
As you guys agree to basically get dressed up for the wedding, Escher like claps his hands together and just says,
Yes!
"Wonderful, then follow me."
Yes!
He brushes past you, Adrian,
Right.
to like make sure his shoulder touches you.
Can I try and like obstruct it, like sort of move my body, like lean back in such a way that I'm just sort of like leaning back and just like nodding once, like a protective mom.
He'll brush against your shoulder too, Wo.
Ooh, girl.
While they're walking, like Adrian kind of looks at the shoulder that he brushed by and kind of dusts it off a little bit, like.
She's actually gonna help. She's gonna help Adrian dust it off.
Oh my god, I hate Escher so much.
So as you guys are walking, you end up going down this spiraling staircase, and the staircase is all kinds of dark and dusty, and not friendly whatsoever. Probably see a couple cobwebs as you pass by. And
Great.
you're not on it for long. You're only on it until the next floor, before Escher walks off. And you're passing by a couple rooms before he opens, let's see, it's bedroom, right? I believe it is. He does open a, fuck. Yes. He opens a bath chamber, it looks like.
Ooh, girl.
And when you look in, you can see red satin curtains hanging in archways at both ends of the south wall in this dark room. Between them, in the center of the chamber, stands a large, ornate iron tub with clawed feet. The tub is full of blood.
Alright! It's one of those fucking blood spa things that people do.
Shut the fuck up.
Jonah's too good at this.
And
Yeah, I fake a lot.
when you guys step in,
Oh,
Escher kind of holds his hands up like, stop, and goes over to the tub. And you can see him stroke a hand over the blood.
Oh.
Why is he so fucking creepy? Why is he
so
like
fucking
this?
funny?
And
Why is this so fucking funny? I love it.
and he softly says, keep your peace. We're only visiting briefly. And you can see the blood in the tub just stir a bit.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
And once the stirring has kind of come to a still again, he draws his hand back and heads over to a door on the other side of the room. And once opened, the walls here are lined with iron hooks, upon which hang black capes and formal wear. 2 arched windows in the south wall are covered by heavy curtains. So he just gestures and says, go ahead, find something you like.
Can I make an Arcana check on the bloodbath real quick?
Yes, you can.
Me too.
12.
17.
Oh, Arcana checks?
Yeah.
I know I have a really good one. Let me check what it is.
Here, I'll do it too.
Oh yeah, I got a +6 on Arcana.
Oh my god. I also got a 17.
Roll it. That's a 19 + 6 is a 25.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Bitch, work.
So, yeah. So, there does seem to be something magical about it, almost like the tub is haunted.
Oh, so there's a ghost in the bloodbath.
Does anyone
Sounds
have
by a
the
spooky
spell
boy.
magic?
What, Alex?
Nope, I don't have dispel magic.
Do I have dispel magic?
I think I do. Yeah, I do.
You're gonna cast
I
spell
only have
magic on it?
detect magic.
Uh,
I'm not
cast-
gonna metagame. I'm just gonna let you do whatever the fuck you guys want to do.
We're gonna party.
So you're dispelling it?
That's a
You won't have to roll for it.
okay.
But are you sure you're gonna dispel it? Are you
Oh,
sure about that?
No!
Oh God.
Are you sure about that?
I don't.
Sure about that.
Oh God, I'm so conflicted.
Where to go?
Can I roll? Can I roll? Heads or tails?
If you want to,
I don't.
that helps you come to a conclusion.
Yeah, you know.
I swear to God.
Wait, maybe not the best idea considering that we're pretending right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
do whatever you want, Sin. I'm not metagaming, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
Swear to God.
A one's a yes on the dispel magic. A two's a no.
Alright, roll your d2.
Oh, thank
Oh, thank God!
I'm gonna shit myself.
And you got a
Cool.
2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the formal wear and just
Can we
sort
like
of be like,
roll perceptions for all the details for them? Even though I already know which one I got.
Yeah, if you want. Well, no, you don't need to roll perception. You can just dig through it. Usher won't stop you.
Alright, I'm gonna dig through it.
Yeah,
Adrian's-
Sin's gonna do the same.
Adrian's just gonna pick out a suit.
What color is it though? So we're
I'm
rolling
dig-
perception.
You won't need to. You'll be able to
Okay.
find whatever you want.
Alright.
Flo's just gonna quietly be like, I don't have the best fashion knowledge. Someone just pick out something for me.
Okay. I'll roll a perception check to find something for Joe. For Woe.
Okay.
Because I already know what Joe wants. Perception. Ah, shit. That's a 13.
It looks like there's some things that actually roll with perception because you with advantage.
With advantage?
Yeah, you know
I'm
how well
fancy.
clothes work on people.
Hell yeah. Hold on. And go. That's a 19.
Nice.
All right, so you're able to
Yes,
find
I got 'em.
something that suits
Oh,
her
that
well.
looks so good.
Yes. I'm gonna draw all of us in our outfits.
Good.
Y'all can if you want, you can describe your ideal outfits.
I'm on it. I'm gonna find one for Woe really quick.
Okay.
Well, I'll just go ahead since what Adrian picked is like really simple. I think they just wear like a nice suit. Like they keep their boots on, like that they already wear, but they're just like wearing probably like a nice like dark purple suit.
Okay. And yeah, go ahead.
Sin is probably wearing this nice little like red like a shirt dress shirt ish with like black accents and probably some nice like black slacks to match.
Oh, that's so good.
Alright. Let me think on this. Okay. For Joan, she's wearing this really nice purple dress, which is a mermaid cut with side sleeves and a nice slit down the middle. And
So
a tasteful slit, boy. And she also has a matching purple headscarf on with a little feather sticking out of it. With jewelry on, because she's a fancy bitch. You know how it is.
And then, well,
And whoa, let me fucking. All right.
I'm so glad I have a character who doesn't care how the fuck she looks. Because I'm not about to scour the internet to try and find an outfit for a party she doesn't want to go to.
All right, I got something. Her dress is like a forest green dress. It's not as like tight of a cut as a mermaid cut is, because it kind of like flows outward, but it's more like fitted around like where her torso is, and it has sleeves that cover her shoulders. And around that, I think Joan picked out a nice like brown fur shawl for her to wear.
Oh, that's so good.
That's
Yes.
good.
And she gave her white gloves too. Here
That's
you go.
really good.
I dress you up, girl.
Woe is just kind of like, as soon as she's dressed up, she's like sort of picking at like the ends of the gloves, just like uncomfortably. You guys can tell if she's been in a fancy outfit, it's been a long ass time and longer than she can remember. So she feels completely out of place.
It's your voice, wow, mood.
Escher leans over to you, Joan, and says, I love your style choice.
Oh,
Die! That's just me. That's just me. That's just me.
thank you. I learned it all from my wife.
That's a little gay.
A little bit, yeah.
She's lucky to have someone like you.
Mm-hmm. And I'm lucky to have her.
I
loves
hate
talking about her wife.
Escher. I hate
Uh,
Escher. I hate him. I hope he dies.
He is. He is dead currently.
I hope he dies again.
Dice twice.
Yeah. I'm having so much fun with this, you guys. I hope you know that.
I'm glad.
This is good.
One last moment of joy before everything goes to shit.
You guys
Everyone's
are
all
You guys are welcome to keep looking for clothes if you'd like, but I'm gonna go back to organizing the books. And he does like air quotes around organizing the books, which means I'm gonna go lay back down.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank God.
And he does leave you to your own devices.
Imagine if we like fucking became friends with him over this shit. That'd be
Adrian
so
kind
fucking
of turns to everyone else and like really like in a loud whisper, they go, "I fucking hate him."
funny. I know. It's all
Me
right.
too.
I am gonna look over to Sin and be like, "You look very handsome."
Sissin just smiles and nods and you look beautiful.
Aww.
Her entire face gets red, and she's like, "Thanks."
That's gay.
Alex, I sent you the
Yeah,
shit.
I saw. I'm
Yeah.
sending it to the chat now.
Hell yeah, boy.
Yeah, and I'll probably include the outfits in the video.
I'll draw 'em all.
Woo.
You'll draw them?
Fuck it.
We can talk about it more after.
Because I already have Jones done.
I don't know what we're gonna do now.
I
can
don't know
find
either,
it.
but we have to pretend like
Yeah, fucking
we know
do
we
this
want
shit.
this, even though I clearly don't.
Yeah.
It's just
You
you
look
guys.
great, by the way, guys. Like I realized that I only complimented Sin, and I go, you guys also look fantastic. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Joan, for helping.
No problem.
Adrian gives Will a thumbs up.
It's just you guys, a closet, and a bath. And a doorway.
Okay,
I get...
I'm gonna like look over everyone and be like, that bathtub is freaky, right?
You right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You want to go check it out?
No, well, okay. I wanna. Is there a possibility that we could go back to the bath and maybe perhaps see what's up with the bath, other than the fact that it's magical?
What do you want to do to the bath?
I don't want to do anything. I just want to like. I want to see if I know anything about magical enchanted baths filled with blood.
No. The blood is still in the tub once more. It's not moving whatsoever.
Hmm.
Can we roll anything to see if we know anything about it?
Insight.
Insight.
All right, baby.
Insight.
Oh, I don't have that great.
Sight.
That's 2.
Okay.
That's
a 6.
12.
That's 18.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I'm rolling really well today.
Yeah.
Joan and Woe, you both get this feeling that this isn't some monster of sorts. It almost seems like it could be just based on the way the blood was moving before when Escher had touched it. Like, it was unnatural for blood to move that way. So it almost seems like it might be a trapped spirit of sorts.
Oh boy.
Can we tell if it's a malicious spirit or not?
You get a mix of emotions from the spirit. You get
Okay.
anger, you get pain.
Anger and pain from being trapped, perhaps?
It could be for a lot of reasons.
Okay.
Taking into consideration where you are.
Boy. Okay. Alright. I mean, do we want to do anything with it?
I don't know. I mean, I really can't think of anything.
I think it's best to just like leave it alone for now.
Oh no, guys.
Uh-oh.
Irina is with Strahd right now.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. We won't be with her. Oh no.
Ah.
We should probably go.
Yeah, let's try and find where they are. Gosh, we think things out, but we just don't think about it too much. Like,
yeah.
like we think about it just enough to like get us into this kind of situation.
But we don't think how to get out.
Yeah,
So,
we dumb bitches.
as you guys are running around, I want everyone to make a investigation check.
Oh, I don't have good investigation either. That's a 19.
Let me roll this shit.
14.
20.
Hell yeah.
I got a 19.
19. Okay.
These dice are so good.
Oh, you got a nat 20, Toki.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm just checking something really quick.
Maddie,
So-
I sent you a thing.
Ooh.
So basically everyone can assume, alright, considering what Strahd was wearing,
Do you look better than him?
they might be
Yes.
at the chapel. Sin, you are certain on that aspect, and you can actually hear what sounds like eerie bells ringing from below you.
Oof.
Go into the chapel and we go. Okay. Yeah, let's try for the chapel, I guess.
Alright. There are some freaky
There's some freaky what?
From it.
Bells.
Bells from it. Okay. Okay. So everyone's running to the chapel?
Not running so much as just,
Rolling.
with
Speed walking.
walking with purpose.
Alright. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking over this to make sure.
Oh, that's so good, Joa.
Mhm.
That's so good.
I have a passion for fashion.
Okay. So, when you guys enter the chapel, dim-colored light filters through tall, broken, and boarded-up windows of stained glass, illuminating the ancient chapel of Ravenloft. A few bats flutter about near the top of the 90-foot-high domed ceiling, as well as bells hanging from the beams that seem to be the source of the eerie ringing. A balcony runs the length of the west wall, 50 feet above the floor. In the center of the balcony, 5 shapes are sitting in the chairs. Benches coated with centuries of dust lie about the floor in jumbled disarray. Beyond this debris, lit by a piercing shaft of light, an altar stands upon a stone platform. The sides of the altar are carved with bas reliefs of angelic figures entwined with grapevines. The light from above falls directly on a silver statuette. A cloaked figure is draped over the altar, and a black mace lies on the floor near its feet. And in front of it is Strahd holding Irina by the hips. And as the door swings open, he gives the party a crooked smile
I hate him.
and bites into her neck.
No!
Oh!
And that's where we'll stop.
No! See, this is why I made us have fun, because it did not last long. She's gonna be so
Oh,
pissed
dear.
at us.
I hate you, Syra. I hate
She's
you.
gonna be so mad at us.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode 6 of Curse Crit. As
I wanna
always, my name is Alec. And as soon as this call ends, I'm gonna fucking kill Syra.
I think you've said that
Me
before.
too, thanks. We all are.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna draw
So
to cope.
if Syra is not able to upload this, you know why. Goodbye.
Oops.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.